Okay. I should be back now. Holy shit. This game is mega unstable, I think. So, because it seems to lag my computer right before it starts, and it did not like me tabbing in and out. But yeah, so my computer just hard crashed because the fucking game... The game basically hard crashed my computer. So I think we're gonna try to avoid using the shift tab menu, and we're going to oh wow, it still has my holy shit, there's 61 fucking hits for Simon. How do I limit it down? Access limited to first 5 entries. I fucking didn't know that. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. I'm gonna grab a notebook so that I can actually write shit down. I'll be right back. Okay. An old fucking school notebook. And we're gonna at least use this to keep a timeline of stuff. So if we go back to murder, this one starts on 6/27. So this is presumably, this is 6/27. Whoever she is, let's just say suspect learns of, or subject is told of murder case, right? This is from 6/27 of 1994. This would be 8:53, so nearly 9 o'clock.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder.
Okay, so she looks like she kind of messed up there, where she was like, she's trying to act surprised, but she should already know that it's murder, and she looks kind of suspicious there. I see. This is from July 1st.
Yeah, that's me. But
she's identified.
That was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Okay. So in February, she's seen somewhere. Just write that down. But she's asked about it. Asked on July 1. Or on, I should write the actual date. She's asked on 7/1. So hold on, what does the add to session do? Okay, well, I figured that out, but what does it do if I add clips to session?
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
It doesn't change anything here. How do I remove it from a session now? Clips stored in user section. Okay, and then on the third, she says this.
I didn't murder Simon.
This is late at
You've
night.
got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
So she's being accused at this point.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay, so we'll write down 7-3. Suspect is accused. Yeah. We tried Simon, which gave us a bunch of results, but we can only look at them from the first one. So this one is from 6/18, which is this is the earliest we have so far of in terms of video. She's wearing something completely different.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay, so that's she knows where he works and what he does.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said I should bring a photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Okay. So it seems like she's his partner. I mean, why else would they go on vacation to Rome together? Other than maybe she's his sister? Some kind of familial relationship, probably.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, so she's talking about a bar that he goes to. I need to watch this again.
Arms.
Rockington Arms.
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
Pete and
There's some other
Susan.
regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Peter says Simon went in and had a few drinks. Okay, so presumably the day that he got murdered. Let me put that in quote. Peter says Simon had a few drinks. Day of murder. Question mark. So I should write down Peter as a search term. How do I add my own tags? Oh, okay. No, I don't want to quit. Hit escape just to see what happens. Let's try this one.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess.
Talking about a computer.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Simon plays games on the computer. Got it.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Let's watch that one more time.
Simon
Oh, I can click.
isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident.
Okay, so he's only missing at this
What do
time.
you do next?
Because she says that he's only run off, so 6:18. Only missing? Question mark. She's saying that he wouldn't have run off. Okay, he must have a friend named Peter. This is probably
It's
the one that we
Rockington
watched.
Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, so Peter's not a good word. Amstrad. No. How about computer? It's got nothing. Oh boy. The Rock. Oh, here we go. This one's even earlier than the one that we looked at.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Yeah, so he's still missing at this time. So hold on, this is a crazy thing. He goes missing over the Friday night. Friday night is the last time he sees. There's been a Saturday that's passed since. Is it Sunday or is it Monday? The way I'm going to figure this out, and hopefully this means that this game is accurate, I'm going to look at a calendar and see what day the 18th of June. 18th of June, 1994. Which apparently there was a massacre in Northern Ireland that day. That's not what I'm asking about. What day of the week was it? O.J. Simpson charged with murder. Cool. What day of the fucking week is it? Why doesn't it say? Facts. Okay, fine. We're gonna Google this because DuckDuckGo is not giving me what I want. What day was 18 June 1994? That is a Saturday. Okay, so she's come in the same day that he's gone missing. So I can erase this question mark. Only missing. Disappeared. Previous Friday. Which would be the 17th. I'm still not 100% sure this game is... I would assume it's representing reality. I don't know why it wouldn't. Okay, she's wearing something different this day. Now it's the 25th of... it's the 25th of June. And this is exactly a week later. So this is the next Saturday. and she mentions The Rock.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Okay, that's not super enlightening. She's just they're questioning who she might know that would have seen him, and she's just trying to.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from The Rock.
Watch that again.
No one has been in the last few weeks.
Has been in the last
We
few
had a
weeks.
plumber come in
We had a plumber come in.
4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from The Rock.
Okay. Someone came in the house weeks before disappearance. Disappear. Plumber from Rock. Okay. So that's all we've gotten so far. Plumber. No. What else? Die. Here we go. Something new. 627. So this is when she was informed that it's a murder case.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends. Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Okay, I see what's going on here. She's looking at a picture of a woman holding a knife over a guy sleeping, and she's about to stab him to death. And this is like some contrived story that the investigators are asking her about. So it's probably not even related to the murder at all. And she's being asked what it looks like is going on. That's what I'd have to assume is going on in this scene. When did she say die in this?
Well,
she has a knife. She's been cooking. I guess she... Oh, wait. Yeah. And he might die. So she still will imply that he's going to die, but not to her. He's just going to die because he's sick, which doesn't make any sense. Why would she be cooking him a meal if she knows he's about to die? I guess, like, if he would be in the hospital if he was about to die. Like, assuming that this is supposed to be a picture, right? Let's say psych on this one. as a user tag. Is that how you spell? No, just PS like that. Because this is clearly like a psyche val type thing. Okay, and then this one's from the 3rd, which is when she's accused. I don't know if this is before or after. I didn't write down a timestamp.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then.
Okay, what?
That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Okay, this is new.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and
Wait,
that
what?
gave us- She died in a car crash the year before
She
we met
died
Simon.
before we met
We used a
Simon.
Ouija board to speak to her, and
We
that
used a
gave us
Ouija
the
board.
power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Okay, so she suspect is superstitious. And then also she and an unknown what did she say about Simon though?
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Okay. Shared superstitions. Which is how she met Simon. Let's try magic. Oh, here we go.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I was 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3.
She has irregular periods?
Both of us. I didn't tell him.
Is that a sign of something?
Fainted. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and
Hannah.
I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Holy shit, that was fucking scary. Holy shit, that was fucking scary, dude. Someone just appeared in the fucking screen. What the fuck was that? Fuck, I didn't know this was a scary game. I thought it was doing investigations. We have music now. So we just found out something that she got pregnant and didn't tell him. His magic sperm. I need to watch this again though.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house,
That
in
time.
his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm.
So like their first
They say
date?
lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him.
Oh wait, no, it can't be.
Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both.
Hold on. Go back.
Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday. We were infertile. Both of us.
Always thought. So this is no.
Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and
They share
I
birthdays.
told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Okay, well this is interesting. So, So something happened where they fucked for like the first time or something. Like they had maybe they had broken up recently or something, because she like holds that as like an occasion. And it's like, oh, of course, that's the time where she gets pregnant. So we're just gonna hit this with Preg. I could add this session. Sure. Fuck, man, I got jump scared so bad, and now I'm fucking nervous to keep playing this game because I'm alone in this fucking house. Jesus. Okay. Well, we have a person to search now. Also, we found out that she shares birthdays with Hannah, which is presumably the other person that she's talking about. I mean, I have no evidence of it, but I think that's the same person that she's talking about that she's superstitious with. That's like her friend, probably. Shares birthday. And only the day, not necessarily the year. Shares birthday with Hannah. I mean, it might not matter, but they have the same birthday. So that's probably why they're superstitious. If they are the same person. Since they like share birthdays and they're both like superstitious or whatever. Why they share their diaries and fucking tell each other everything. Hannah. Here we go. Don't jump scare me. Please, bro.
My name is Hannah.
Wait, she's Hannah.
H-A-N-N-A-H. It's palindrome.
But also her friend?
It was the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from here though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone. My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
That is symmetrical. It is a palindrome.
It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards.
Oh, it doesn't work in a
from
mirror.
though. It's
Okay.
not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah Smith. Suspect. Okay. Suspect is Hannah Smith. But she has a friend who's also named Hannah, right? Because if you look at this one.
I think it was that time. Twice. I didn't tell him. I had pretty 3 were infertile.
Yeah, it was at the end.
Waited.
Just waited.
Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday. And
Hannah and I, yeah, had a meeting for
I
our
told
birthday.
her because I thought she would be happy for us both.
So she has a friend who she shares a name with, and a birthday, and their names are symmetrical. Which, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's... She has a friend who... Hannah Smith is a crazy generic name. Okay, this is 6:30. This is... Okay, she might be alone here because she's talking to herself. It's almost 4 o'clock. Talking about Eve. Eve. She's not tapping out Morse code, is she? Or Simon. Yeah, and then someone comes back in and she perks back up. So she said this while thinking she wasn't being watched. Okay. 6:30. While alone, she says, "Why bring up Eve?" Yeah, I mean, this is good.
Yes.
I don't know how much I need to take notes here, but...
Shit. Sorry.
Oh, she's doing,
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
What is it called? It's like a true false, it's a lie detector. Lie detector. I'll just do all one word so that it doesn't. This is the same day, but after. This isn't even that long after. She didn't even have it on for that long. This is 2 minutes later.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Wait, hold on a second. Fucking stop doing that, please, bro. Holy shit, that's fucking creepy as fuck. Okay, so I think I just figured out something very important, which is that this might be 2 different people. Because what I think is going on is she had twins. This person's mother had twins. And the midwife told the mother that one of them died. So after she named the first one Hannah, so she named the second one Hannah. So they're both born at the exact same time with the same name, I think is what's going on. I think that's what's happening. Twin? That's a good thing to look up. Well, I'm gonna write down twin.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
I think it's just supposed to be us, but Jesus Christ, that shit is fucking creepy as fuck, man. Okay.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside.
Hid
and she
me.
hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there.
Hid me up there.
No one else ever went into the attic.
No one goes in
It was
there.
her place.
Her place. I'm not quite sure what she means by it was her place. Twin. I fucking figured that shit out. I feel so slick, dude. Wait, hold on. No, I'm stupid. This is trying to read in fucking American date format, dude. 7/2. So this is the day before one of them is accused. She said twin in this one. What is this one? Oh, I put twin in there. That's why. I wonder if I take away this one, if it'll show more when I search it. I have to do this so that it shows me everything. Oh, okay, it doesn't. Well, that's unfortunate.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Are you really asking me about twins? Fucking stop it, please. I hate the reflection so much. I hate
Are
it.
you out of your mind? Twins? Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this
Florence.
was anything but a happy occasion.
This is the day she's accused.
Florence took me home with her.
Florence took me home with her.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Florence is the midwife.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
So she was not expected, really, so she was neglected and given to the midwife. Assuming that Florence is the midwife.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Okay. I want to watch this again.
Really? Are you really asking me that question? Are you out of your mind? Twins?
So she, on this day, is like, what the fuck are you talking about, twins? And then she explains it in this clip like it's nothing. Because this is where I had the revelation that...
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
11:29. So this is way before she says this. That she talks about how Florence. Okay, let's figure out who Florence is. Okay, we got 3 more clips.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby.
Yeah, there we
carrying
go.
supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road.
Her sister, her biological
I thought
twin.
it was like a reflection in the mirror.
They lived across the street from each other.
She was me.
She was me. It's never gonna stop being scary, dude. Whoever the fuck we are.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there.
Her story was in
I never really
there.
spoke to her about it. I was far too
Hold
young
on.
to really understand, I guess. Letters, that kind of thing.
I think it's just the beginning of a sentence, but
Her story was in there.
her is
I never really
capitalized.
spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
I totally spaced out on the last part. What did she say?
A war widow. One of the dead.
Okay, war. Her husband died in the
I don't know,
war.
maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay, so she's not sure if her like surrogate mother never remarried because of something deeper than because her first husband died in the war. I feel like even in the like post-war, it wouldn't have been so strict that you couldn't remarry if you were a widow. I could be wrong, but UK is also a different place. I feel like that wouldn't have been that controversial, but
No. It was just me and her.
she didn't have any other
It was the name
siblings.
they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when it came back.
Oh,
Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Let's watch this one more time.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Yeah.
They talked about it and were going to try when it came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood.
Why would
Sometimes it's like I
she?
remember what happened last week.
So why would they be questioning? Because she's making it sound like she isn't quite sure. Okay, let's try Eve now. Okay, so this is from June, the end of June. This is the one that we've already seen. Oh yeah, this is when she's talking on her own. Why bring up Eve?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Yeah, and then she does the weird tapping thing, and then she's like, I'm so fucked, or something. Poor Simon, yeah. It's what that guy Leroy Darty did when he killed his fucking fucking side piece, or not even side piece, his fucking his booty call. When he was alone in the interrogation room after he admitted, he's like, or her. I remember that. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. Let's find out what she was talking about Eve for on this day.
My friend Eve.
My friend Eve.
I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid.
Friend when I was a
She
kid.
was always more popular with the boys.
So she's lying.
I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Oh, she's lying. She's totally lying about this, and they figured it out. Because she later says that Eve is... Okay, I see. So she's like kind of the neglected one. That's kind of her... Because her biological mom didn't want her, so she gave her to the midwife. The midwife was unable to have children, so she heard all the stories growing up about Eve, and then eventually she puts the pieces together that she's born on the same day and has the exact same name as the girl across the street. She shares the same birthday, and she figures out that she's her twin sister. So she always becomes the one that was, like, not wanted by her real mother. She must have figured that out from, like, an early age. But yeah, she starts lying about this Eve. Like, she's clearly making it like she's making up that there's this girl that she hated when she was younger. I don't know why they're talking about this, though. That's one thing that I'm not quite sure about. I'm not sure why they're bringing up her past.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys.
She's just mentioning...
I mean, really hate her sometimes.
I think she's talking about her sister. But she's using like, something like that. Okay, let's look at this one.
Yes. Weed fight.
Weed fight.
We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it out.
So this is like a
And for
question.
moment, I just wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
And watch her drown.
She's talking about people that she's wanted to kill. That's like what the
That's it.
interviewers are asking her.
We made up afterwards. There's a love-hate relationship.
Love-hate relationship. But I think she's talking about her sister, not her friend.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve, so my parents let me off.
But this friend that she's talking about doesn't exist. There's also a new clip that we didn't watch.
My mother called me Eve.
Okay. And this is after some of the other clips that we saw when we typed in Florence, I think. Because there's the lie detector one. Lie detector. Yes. 127. Or 1127 on 7.3. And this is Eve. 1128.
My mother called me Eve.
What did she say when she had the lie detector on? This is also a pretty short one.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
I wonder if this is the end of her taking the lie detector, and this is like one of the basic questions that they ask at the end to get people to be less scared, to like boost their confidence after they take it. Okay, I'm out of things to type in, at least off the top of my head from just watching some things. And we tried plumber, right? This was on the 30th.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago.
Let's try week. All right.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with the torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open.
Hold on. I need to rewatch this. I was thinking. So this is after.
It was after dinner.
This is like the week after.
I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby.
Simon's
There's
parents.
some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Okay.
I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
So this is her story. Like, this is her explanation of what's going on before she's accused of anything, right? Okay, so this is, add this in the session. This is like testimony. But there's some interesting things here. First of all, she says, it was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents over the phone. So this is probably when this happened. This is, okay, so hold on. 627, told it's a murder case. Well, yeah, obviously they found... Yes, okay, so this is when she's told it's a murder case, but that's because she literally she's the one that called the police and found Simon's body. And she claims that she found his body in the attic behind her old belongings. I think she's talking about, so she hasn't really explained anything yet, but she says she has a pregnancy. She hasn't talked about her child at all so far. And she's been like super sad when she's talked about it. So I think she had a miscarriage, or something like that. Because she said she thought she was infertile. She said she thought both of them were infertile. So she had a miscarriage, and she had stuff from the miscarriage. Like they probably had like a baby shower or something. They were preparing to have a child, and it was up in the attic. And she had known it was, at least this is her story, because obviously I think the game is implying that she's the one being accused. It was up in her parents' attic. She had gone up there and seen that it was placed in a different spot, and that clued her into the fact that something was wrong. She looked behind where her stuff was and found his body.
Simon's parents on the phone.
But this is on 6/18. He was only missing. This is 10 days after he was reported missing, or it's 10 days after he disappeared technically.
After dinner, I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night, and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said.
His mom had said
She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff.
So his parents,
About when we lived there, about the baby.
his parents were reminiscing to her about
There's some
stuff.
boxes in the cellar, nursery
So
stuff.
she went up
stuff
to
we
look
never
at
needed,
it.
and I never had the heart to throw out.
We never needed, never had the
I
heart to
suddenly
throw
remembered
out.
that when I'd
That
looked down there the
supports
week
that
before.
supports that she had a miscarriage, because nursery stuff, right? There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. That like confirms it to me that she's talking about she had a miscarriage. If she has nursery stuff that she never needs, that's what she's talking
I
about.
never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Okay.
I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and
Okay.
that's when I saw the bin bags.
Yeah. So his body was
Pulled
in
them
trash
open.
bags.
Saw the body.
Yep. She is not,
screamed, and
she doesn't care
that's when I called
through
the
this whole
police.
thing, which is interesting. Like, obviously she's a prime suspect, but like she definitely does seem guilty when she's talking about finding her husband probably in trash bags behind her the stuff that she didn't want to get rid of because she had a miscarriage, right? And she's not upset or anything. She's telling it very matter of fact. That's very interesting. But this is, so yeah, I would assume this is literally right after they found, or she reports Simon. She's taken in for questioning immediately after. She said she's closing up for the night, so that would be why it's almost 9 o'clock in this. And she says she goes up to the attic to reminisce because her mother-in-law is basically like sad and reminiscing. I mean, her son just died, and her daughter-in-law had a miscarriage presumably not that long ago. I guess I don't know for sure how long ago it was, but
I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week.
Hold up.
But I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
It's like a maid or her mother, or no, it can't be her mother.
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes.
Doug.
When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside.
Hold on, what?
When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a
Okay.
fresh pack.
She has a friend or some kind
In
of...
all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
So you have a secret, is what you're saying with that. But who is Eleanor? I mean, she says it... It's someone that she's sharing cleaning advice with. And it's not her mother, because her mother is Florence, her, like, surrogate mother, I guess. Wait, it could be her biological mother, because we don't actually know who that is. So maybe that's her real mother. Okay. Food for thought. Let's look at this one.
A week or so ago, it would have been the Saturday before my birthday.
The Saturday
I
before
get
her
up after the
birthday.
weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
What?
A week or so ago, it would have been the Saturday before my birthday.
Would have been the Saturday before my birthday? Is this the last time she cleaned her house, maybe? Because this happened... This was at 15, so 3:43. Wait, hold on. Is this the one?
I hoover, I dust every week, maybe less.
43.
A week or so ago, it would have...
Okay, yeah, so she's talking about...
I hoover, I dust.
Maybe less.
Dust, and she said,
How often I should dust. She said, if you ask people, it's almost a week. Okay. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that. And then they ask, how often do you clean your house?
a week or so ago,
Or when's the last time you
It would
cleaned
have
your
been
house?
Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
The Saturday before my birthday. We don't know when her birthday is, but that's something I should look up. Birthday. I'll look up about Eleanor. But also it's worth keeping in mind this was 6:30. So this is after they know it's a murder case. I don't know why she's come back in to talk with them at this time. Oh wait, no, this is when she's doing the lie detector test. I'm not sure what this is. She was looking at a photo in this one. No, that's this one, which is 7/1. So this is the day after this one. She's just talking. Because what is this one about?
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone knew from the Rock.
She's asking the last time that she cleaned. They're asking her the last time that she cleaned her house. She's saying the Saturday before her birthday. So let's figure out when her actual real birthday is. Holy shit, dude. This fucking game is good at leading me through lines of logic. This is fucking satisfying.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you could see that. Okay. So she had her birthday sometime after Simon disappeared. That is my birthday. So it's not this day, whatever day this is on, 6/25. Which is when... No. This is before she supposedly finds the body, right?
Yes, that's my birthday.
That is my
Not one of
birthday.
the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Not one of the big ones, but I guess you could see that. Okay, it is changing.
It was my birthday, like you said.
Was my
We were going
birthday.
to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Okay, so no, he was alive for her birthday.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday.
You found out on my birthday.
I told him I was pregnant.
Oh, okay. He found out on my birthday, but this would have had to been even farther before.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later.
It was a work day.
Got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday.
She works with
I
children.
came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
I see. So she's talking about a specific birthday she had. Present. Try present, maybe. Oh, there we go. And we can see everything we searched for. Can I just click and go back? Okay, I can. Does it like update? Yeah, it does. Well, that's fine. We can just go back to present. And there's exactly 5, so let's watch these.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay. I'm still sort of... I don't think so. But I'm still halfway between these are 2 different people that we're watching.
About 8 years back.
Wait, she has a
present to myself.
tattoo on this arm.
I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been about 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
What does that mean? She had coffee as a present, but she's not supposed to have it. Are you not supposed to have caffeine when you're pregnant? About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. 7-1. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup. Hold on. That has to be something separate than just pregnancy, right? Because you can have coffee while you're pregnant. Can you have caffeine while pregnant? A pregnant woman should not consume any caffeine. Huh. I had no idea about that. Up to 200 milligrams is fine. I legit had no fucking clue that you couldn't have caffeine while pregnant, so that makes a lot more sense.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up.
She's
You can have 1 cup.
speaking in present tense there, though. But, see, look at this. She doesn't have anything on her arm in this one.
It was one of those arguments that had been simmering.
So...
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby.
I almost wonder if this one is the Hannah that was raised with her biological mother, if she has the tattoo, because she has a child or is like pregnant in this video.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
I think that fucking proves it, dude. Holy shit. I fucking am smart, man. I totally fucking guessed that. I'm like 80% confident that there's two different people. I mean, certainly there is some aspect of one of them being a doppelganger and accusing the other of murdering Simon. So, shit. I'm not quite sure I have it fully put together yet, but it's something like they're both born on the same day. They're twins. She's born with the umbilical cord around her neck, and is named Hannah. But she's given to the midwife. She learns about this midwife's daughter that she wanted to have, but she never did because her husband never came back from the war. So she hears all these stories about Eve, the daughter that she wanted that isn't her. And meanwhile, she's making friends with this girl across the street who looks exactly like her, has the same birthday, has the same name. And she had, like, as she's growing up, she puts together that she literally is the twin sister of this girl. And so they basically grow up alongside each other. But she eventually figures out that her biological parents just fucking abandoned her. Which that's fucking so sad. This actually is like such a sad story. So whatever happens, obviously, fuck. Now I'm torn between, like, that's what I have put together solidly. Like, up to that point, I'm pretty sure I have everything figured out. But after that, coming up to present times, 1994 or whatever, or no, maybe even 8 years ago. Probably not that, but something like some time ago, before the recordings of these videos, one of them, I'm guessing, see, so she, in one of them, she's saying that her sister is always better with boys, or Eve is always better with boys, right? The one that her mother said. So obviously when she says that, she's obviously putting her real legitimate sister in place of Eve, or the other way around. So I'm pretty sure that one, we'll say Hannah A is the one that has the surrogate mother, and Hannah B is the one who is with the biological mother. Hannah A is obviously, like, in her childhood jealous. So she finally manages to get pregnant, even though she thought she was sterile, with this guy Simon. But she ends up having a miscarriage. And this is where I sort of lose it. But in this one, like, see what she says.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
Waited for him to come back.
She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me.
So wait, no, this is Hannah B.
He said
Probably.
he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
Another mirror.
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That
Okay.
unique present.
So someone, I'm guessing Simon was with Hannah A before, had given her this present. And the ones that we were watching before are her sort of not telling the entire truth of the story, why she didn't like the present that she gave him, or that he gave her, excuse me. But that's because she pretended that she was this one who's Hannah B. Right? That's sort of what I'm thinking. I don't think it's the other way around. I don't think that makes as much sense. I could be wrong.
Given her earlier.
Just like the one he'd given her earlier.
That unique present.
Unique present. Yeah, it's not unique because he did the same thing.
They argued, screamed. He hit her.
He hit her.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
She cut his throat through.
She only meant to scare him off.
Yeah, so she killed him. I think this is an interview with Hannah B. I think all the ones where she's wearing this is the one who grew up with her biological mother. Right? Let's just say, let's also put, because I made tags and I don't remember what I actually used for them. Florence, Twin, Hannah, Magic, Die, Plumber, Rock, Computer, Amstrad, Peter, Simon, Murder, Eve, Lie Detector. Anyways, this one is under presence. We do need to try Eleanor. Here we go.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
They're very worried. Feel sorry for them. Is that his parents? His parents are probably Doug and Eleanor. 625. So yeah, this is before the body is found. This is after the body is found.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you.
So this is her alibi.
Don't know.
I don't actually know how you spell alibi, but I'll do all lowercase because that's what I've been doing. I think that's how you spell it. Alibi. And yeah, that would be why she calls them. She wouldn't call her parents. She would call his parents if she didn't know where he was. I did spell alibi right. Okay. But this is when they're partners, and I'm pretty sure I'm reasonably confident that this is Hannah A talking. It doesn't look like she has the tattoo. I can't tell how far up her shoulder it is in this one.
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago.
February.
Simon's murder.
Right, so this was something in February. This is one of the first ones we watched.
1984
1984.
was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was
Okay.
a hot summer, a heat wave. So
So it has been 10 years since.
Just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought it.
Wait, what? Who died? I lost a baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer.
It was a hot summer.
Okay.
A heat wave.
Her parents did.
So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Jesus.
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
There's some weird phasing, like with the stereo going on in this game, but like the clicking sound is so much louder in the right ear.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Fuck. Spilt coffee. Let's try coffee.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
6:18. Yeah, so that's when that's the initial interview. This one is from the day that she found the body.
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
Tried calling Simon from the payphone and then headed back. She took a trip. Why would she take a trip?
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted.
Let's look up Glasgow.
I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a
Glasgow.
rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
What is the district we're in? Logic. Constabulary Southeast. Okay. Let's finish up this coffee investigation here. This is very important.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Enough coffee for today. Hold on, what did she say in this one?
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Right, so this is after hold on.
About 8 years back.
About 8 years
It was a present
back,
to
it was a
myself.
present to myself.
shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
I hate the way she says that at the very end. I don't know what I hate about it, but
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks.
she's offered coffee again. I'm still not quite sure what she's saying. She got something as a gift to herself. Surely she's not talking about coffee. But that kind of is what it seems like she's saying. About 8 years back. So she had her miscarriage 10 years before this, because it's 1994 now. She's saying 1984 was the worst year because that's when her parents died and when she had the miscarriage. 8 years back, she got something as a present to herself. It was coffee? It's either that or she's talking about the tattoo on her arm. Tattoo, duh. I can fucking look up tattoo. Let's do that after this.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
This is on the 2nd. I don't think I've had almost anything on the 2nd. Actually, that's not true. I think she's worn this. She also wore something similar to it on this day, so... Okay. Tattoo. Here we fucking go.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not books so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar near his stomach past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here, though. So in the picture, he doesn't have his glasses on. He takes them off for the camera, but he needs them to see properly, you know, when he has to read. Not books so much. Or watching TV. He likes TV. He likes TV, so he doesn't wear them when he reads books or watches TV. I can't tell if this is her saying that he doesn't watch TV or read books, or that he doesn't wear glasses while...
Not books so much. A newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not books so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
I mean, he wouldn't really need glasses to watch TV necessarily.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
It's an apple and a snake. That seems like a phrase. Apple and a snake.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since.
What? So this is... So I've established this is probably Hannah B.
Got a small bed sit. So I moved out.
So I moved out.
Got a small bed sit.
What is a bed sit? I don't even know.
Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings.
Singing in a bar in the evenings.
So I had some money,
money.
enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
So she's describing how she's lived very transiently ever since something happened. But this is near the end of the investigation. Because this is when she's accused.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was doing. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Weird. I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome.
Impressed me.
Enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to sit and interact after all this time. So she had known about him. Like, this has to be Simon, right? Who else would this like random character be that's coming into her life?
He didn't tell me he was married.
He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. So I wonder if Hannah A never told Simon about Hannah B. And so no, there's no way that makes sense though. Not sure what he was thinking.
It was like he was dreaming.
It was like he was dreaming.
A waking dream.
A waking dream. I'm lost, man. I'm so fucking lost. I want to try... First of all, let's try Glasgow. This is all... 10 entries found. Access limited to first 5 entries. Holy shit.
So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
There's a loud noise before the end of that one. So this is a few minutes later. This is the one that we already watched.
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car.
Which she's already said every part of this so far.
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry. Tried calling someone from a payphone.
Tried, but it didn't work. And this is maybe after... No, this would literally be the day that the afternoon after he disappeared. Late at night.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift.
I swear to God, we looked up Eric.
It would have been Diane who chose it. This year.
He got it this
It was a
year.
wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been
Wedding.
Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Diane.
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Eliminate you from what? He's only disappeared so far in this, right? No. 627, suspect is, it's told it's a murder case. So she's saying that this person who isn't necessarily, see, I'm telling you, dude, it totally is two different people. Like, I'm all but certain that we're looking at two different people talking. Because one of those video clips, she says that she's the one that found Simon. Now she's giving an alibi, so this has to be a different girl. This has to be Hannah B, I would assume. She's saying she was literally in Glasgow during this time, so she couldn't have been the one to do it. And also, we saved this one.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder.
Her hair is different.
What can I do to help?
This is at 20:53. Clearly it's murder. No. I mean, the hair is different, but testimony. 20:53.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff.
No.
Sad stuff. About when we lived there.
20:53. 20:56. So this is when she says she finds the body. This is probably like literally right after they discover the body. This is her explaining what she found. This is her giving her alibi from presumably not that long ago, like earlier this week. So this could be Hannah A, actually. But what's throwing me off is her hair is different throughout this, because this is the last one, but this one is, she's talking about going to Glasgow here.
And I drove.
Got in the car and drove.
And just kept driving north.
Kept driving north.
Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
So she slept the night in Glasgow.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
And headed back.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric.
So presumably
Yeah.
it's part of the
It was
evidence.
a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
The time on the watch? I mean, it wouldn't have stopped just because he died.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
What?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Okay, so we could say, I think we might have tried it, but let's also try taxi, pregnant, hospital. Let's try taxi. Now we both looked at those. Why did she say taxi here?
A police station.
When I was young, we ran away. Oh, this is her explaining the story of her in the past. I see. Pregnant. Yeah, I did spell it right.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Okay, so presumably that's like in the 80s when she was talking about if both of her parents were alive.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Morning sickness. What the fuck is morning sickness? Morning sickness. Vomiting of pregnancy is a symptom. Expect the name. Can occur at any time during the day. Typically occur between the 4th and 16th week, so like early on. It's just she's not feeling well. And they keep offering her coffee even though she's pregnant.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much? It's Rapunzel.
So she dreams of being a
Story starts when she's
princess.
born.
Sort of like
Mother
her
Gothel,
fantasy.
a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened.
Does she get pregnant in the story
she throws
of
her into the
Rapunzel?
wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending.
Is that the actual
too
story of
much?
Rapunzel? I don't actually know Rapunzel. What is the real story? Plot. She hears a whistling for her child. The couple is expecting the first baby. The husband and the wife. The wife craves. She sees her in it. She refuses to eat it. Names her Rapunzel. Okay, yeah. Sorceress leaves. The prince bids Rapunzel let her hair down, thinking the sorceress is calling her again. Lets her hair down. The prince climbs up. The two fall in love and they secretly marry. The sorceress visits Rapunzel by the day. The couple plans means of escape. Prince will bring his wife a strand of silk every night until she has enough to make a ladder for her to climb down the tower and ride away with him on horseback. Before the couple's escape plan comes to fruition, however, sorceress visits one day. Rapunzel innocently asks why all her clothes are tied around the waist. In anger, the sorceress in a moment of forgetfulness why it is easier for her to drop the prince than her anger. She's in the wilderness. When the prince calls that night, the sorceress hooks Rapunzel's severed hair and lets it down to haul him up. To the prince's horror and shock, he finds himself meeting the sorceress instead of Rapunzel. After the sorceress tells the prince in a rage that he will never see her again, he throws himself off the tower, landing on a patch of thorns. Although he survives, the thorns blind him. A month later, she gives birth in the wilderness to her twin children, with the prince, a boy and a girl. For some years, the blind prince wanders through the wastelands of the country and eventually comes to the wilderness where Rapunzel has been living with their children. One day, as Rapunzel sings, the prince hears her voice again and they are reunited. When they fall into each other's arms, Rapunzel sheds tears, two of which fall in the prince's eyes, immediately restoring his sight. The prince leads Rapunzel to their children, to his kingdom, where they live happily ever after. So she is telling it truthfully. She doesn't mention that it's twins, though.
The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so...
I like this acting right here. This feels really genuine.
She throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
I see. Hospital.
Ask the hospital.
Okay, so she, yeah. I mean, they're basically accusing her. It's from 7/2, day before she's accused.
It's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital?
Yeah. That's another mention of Glasgow, so that's one of the 4 that we haven't seen. Okay. We still need to search Eric and Diane. I think we did twin. Yes, we did do twin. Eric. Let's find out more about Eric.
He was wearing a shirt.
This is day 1.
Turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
She's describing him.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Okay, so both of their cars are still there, so he just kind of up and disappeared.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Eric convinced him to get... There's 14 entries about Eric.
Well, Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. Might be sort of blowing past some stuff, but...
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
So this is like their friends slash his boss, basically.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas
Glaziers.
party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
So this is when she's interviewed again a week later.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
MasterChef. That's probably just reference to old shit that I don't recognize.
Simon and Eric
She has a
arguing?
guitar.
No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
5 entries found. So this is all she ever mentions of Diane. Why does she have a guitar?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing.
Simon and Eric arguing. This is from the first, which is after they find the body. So they might be asking her about Eric
I can't imagine
as a
they'd be arguing.
suspect.
And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
They get on so well. This has something to do with work. Simon is a perfectionist, but I don't know. You should ask Diane. She doesn't know anything about them arguing guitar. Hey!
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
He's tone deaf. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
6:30. So they told her to bring it in for the next thing.
You want me to play something?
And this is the same one because she has the tattoo
I'm
on.
not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
obviously, dude.
Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain.
There's no way,
With a
dude.
pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated
She
down.
literally talked about this, dude.
The wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
The wind and the rain. So hold on, what was that ending though? Out comes the captain's son. Father dear, here swims a swan. Pushed her and held her down and watched her as she slowly drowned. She floated up and she floated down, floated till the ship came by. Out comes the captain's son. Father dear, Father dear, here swims a swan. Wild. Okay. Apple. Snake. Yes, so that's the only mention she made of that. Palindrome. Did I spell that right? I think it might be one L. Well, there's the only time she mentions it. Damn. I'm sort of out of leads. At least ones that I've written down. So I've done... I did not write this in order at all, but I wrote... Hannah, birthday... Well, actually, I could just go back and look at them, can't I? So here's the order that I searched things in. Murder, weapon, Simon. Murder, Simon, murder, Simon, Peter. That was the first person they mentioned that works at the bar. Amstrad, computer, The Rock, plumber, die, magic, Hannah, twin, Florence, Eve, lie detector, plumber, week, birthday, present, Florence, present, Eleanor, coffee, tattoo, Glasgow, taxi, pregnant, hospital, twin, Eric, Diane, guitar, apple, snake, palindrome. I want to try... Whoops, I didn't mean to take that. Glass. We got one hit. That's new.
Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. That's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
Mirror. Wait, hold on. What does this mean?
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. That's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
He made it by hand. On his clothes. That would make sense. He made it by hand. Brushes the silver onto the glass. So silver. Silver.
That's not how they make mirrors these days.
Mirror.
I mean, he made the mirror.
Let's try mirror first.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
They're about to ask her another question there.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Damn.
Silverleaf? No.
So wait, hold on. She's feeling something in a bag. I thought that was a sheet of paper, but that's something in an evidence bag. I think it's either a piece of glass or a mirror.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly.
Silver leaf. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection. So what's a silvered mirror? Silvered mirror. Silvered mirror is a mirror made by applying a reflective metallic coating, often silver but can be aluminum, to the back of a glass surface, creating a durable, high-quality reflection. Process called silvering, discovered in 1935. Yeah, so this is a real thing. So I think this is sort of a story of like he cheated on her and she found out, basically. She found out by trying to appear like the girl she was cheating on. Either that or they had broken up. That actually might be it. It might be that they broke up and he recognized her sister. She had a miscarriage. They had complications. They got into a divorce, and then she started having an affair, he started having an affair with her sister, which he didn't, or not an affair, but like her sister knew who he was and she did not, and he did not know who she was. He just recognized her as someone that looked strikingly like her sister. And gave her, Hannah A went crazy when she found out that he was seeing her sister, that she never told. Because wait, hold on. They were like, I've totally forgot at the beginning that they were super superstitious and they told everything to each other, right? Suspect she an unknown. Yeah, very early on I wrote down, hold on, one of the first search terms that we did. Hold on, I actually want to watch this first. I should use the fucking queue system.
I can't remember.
Put it somewhere safe, upstairs. I haven't looked at it since. This one.
Silverleaf?
It's not silver leaf. He normally silvers them properly. It's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. Yeah, and she says this, which is her super underhanded way of saying that he gave it to her. He gave the first one to her. See, I'm not quite straight on the story here. One of these very early ones.
You think it's murder?
I think it's murder. Clearly it's murder. What can I do to help? Yeah, that's me. February was a month ago. What's that got to do with anything? I didn't murder Simon. You got the wrong person. Right.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person. I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please.
Then we searched weapon. No murder weapon, you have nothing. All these stories we've been telling each other, it's just that stories. Right. Simon. Kind of glass. Simon does special work, mirror making, really beautiful things, yeah. 6 foot blonde hair, average build. Is there anything wrong with ginger hair? Bring a photo. Yeah, best one I have.
It's the Rockington Arms.
Talking about the bar they go to. Do anything crazy. Someone must have done something, or must have been some kind of accident. No. It must have been this one.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon.
We met
used a Ouija
Simon.
board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then.
So no, this is when
That
they're
people
kids.
who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Okay. It's definitely some things that I am not thinking of, but I think I've done plenty of investigating today. I've done this for 2 hours, so I'm gonna call it here. But this is really fun. This is like fucking, I'm so glad I played this because I was looking so much for a fucking detective game. Is there any like secrets going on here? 160626. Weird. I mean, in the state format, that would be June 16th, 2026. So that would be this year. I don't know if it's like that for everyone, but DB checker. One volume missing. Holy shit, we're not even close, dude. But I found most of the first ones. I should have been looking at this, but that's how it goes sometimes. Mirror game. So I wonder if you make it so that one person wins, something will happen. One person wins the other one, something else will happen. I bet that's something. But okay, I mean, we've gotten through maybe a third of what's going on. If I need to go back and look at what I searched, I can look at all this stuff. Yeah, we haven't gotten a scare in a while. But yeah, that's it. I don't know how to actually quit the game. Oh, okay, I just press escape. All right, well, I'm so hyped to keep playing this game. That was so fucking fun. That was such fucking, like, good, engaging detective work, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. That was really fun. I'm having a good